Hi. Has been a while now, hasn't it? Yeah, sorry about that. So, what are we doing here now? When I uploaded my channel trailer not too long ago, I got a comment down the lines of, "Oh, you're still alive? I was sure you already left the fandom." Upon mentioning my involvement in other people's projects, the commenter rightfully pointed out that I never promoted those. And that's true. I might have shared them on Twitter, Tumblr and Facebook, but not everybody's following me there. So here I am, getting over myself and producing what I explicitly told people not to do. I make an announcement video. Hooray! But I want to use this occasion to share an interesting blog post by the talented Kkat I came across this week later on. But first things first, what happened to this channel? During the last half year, a lot of stuff happened at work for me. I took over and reorganized an entire team, and the progress is still ongoing because I still need to hire and train a new team member. So I still can't really make any promises about regular content on my channel in the near future. However, I will continue working on solutions to get at least something out every now and then. Now, if you want to check out projects I have been involved in on other channels, I put the link to my playlist including all those projects on screen and in the description below. You might find one or another video you haven't seen yet. If you want to stay up to date, I recommend following me on one or more of the social media I am active on. The most relevant ones are linked in the description of every of my videos, and all of them can be found on the About page of my channel here on YouTube. If you are interested in stalking my general YouTube activities, I recommend following me on Twitter or alternatively on Facebook, which is basically a forwarded version of my Twitter feed. If you're interested in more random ANY shenanigans, I am rather active on Tumblr. There might also something happen on my film fiction account in the near future. Wink wink, nod nod. Also a heads up, 2016 is looking pretty good that I might be able to make it to one, maybe even two brony conventions in the US. EQLA in September looks actually rather good, since everything at work should long be straightened out until then. BabsCon on the other hand will be a close call for me, and it will be a rather spontaneous operation. So yeah, cautiously optimistic about that one. If you would only come there to meet me, I would highly recommend to wait with buying a ticket until further notice. But enough boring announcements. I have this interesting blog post on The State of the Fandom by Kkat right here. In case you can't put this name anywhere, Kkat is the author of the one, the only, the original Fallout Equestria. And daring to his origin story? How the hell did I miss that she has written a second book? Well, guess I know what the next fiction I'm going to read is now. However, Kkat is rather active and popular on film fiction, and I considered her thoughts worth sharing on another platform, namely here on YouTube. So without further ado, here we go. The State of the Fandom. Years ago, bronies held themselves up as something special and unique among fandoms. A group of love, tolerance and charity, as well as exceptional creativity. It was easy to claim exceptionalism when we were small and more tightly knit. But bronies have always been inclusive, not exclusive. We are a welcoming fandom, and an energetic one. As we spread word of how wonderful this show is to the far reaches of the internet, people took notice. And while many reacted to what was new and different with hatred or fear, people joined the herd in droves. Now we are huge. Large enough and diverse enough to put lie to the stereotypes, including the good ones that we had created for ourselves. Bronies have become legion, and in doing so, we have become a fandom like any other. But we don't have to be. Not long ago I engaged in the single least productive activity of the modern age, arguing on the internet. Specifically, attempting to crack the blinders of prejudice worn by a self-proclaimed furry who was ranting about bronies. As expected, the discussion was a small waste of time, but here's a portion of it that I think is worth repeating. I will let you know on a secret. People are people. Furries are just people who really enjoy anthropomorphic animals. Pony fans are just people who really like the human-like Technicolor ponies of a specific show. That is all. The extent to which any furry or brony enjoys what they do and how they act on that enjoyment is individualized. You do not need special brain chemistry or a particular background or specific social disposition to be a furry. And you do not need one to be a brony, or a fan of Star Wars or Star Trek or anything else. They are a fandom, made of people, just like every other fandom. And in any fandom you will find good people and bad, superfans and the passively interested, perverts and prudes. Furries are not inherently superior people to bronies, and bronies are not inherently superior people to furries. No more than Trekkies are to Whovians, or football fans to hockey fans, or people who like classical music are to people who like J-pop. At the absolute most, you can try to claim superior taste in one tiny and extremely subjective facet of the grand category of things people like. Woohoo, you rock! But this is the important part. We do not have to be just like any other fandom. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic offers more to love than just cute colorful ponies. Most of us, I would hazard to wager, didn't fall in love with the show for the ponies as art. We fell in love with the characters, with what they did and how they behaved, with the idyllic but not sugary perfect world of Equestria, and with the heartwarming message of virtue and friendship at the emotional and philosophical core of the show. And if we are fans of that, we are fans of something with more depth and meaning than just an artistic concept or musical style or type of sports. We can be something very special and unique by lauding those messages of friendship and virtue and try to adhere them as best as we can. We can treat love and tolerance as calling again rather than just a 4chan meme whose time has passed. We can strive to be better people. And if we do, we can be something truly beautiful. We can be the realization of what the early brony fandom held itself to be. We will do so as individuals, points of brilliant light in the gloom. In general, the rest of the fandom will not follow. It is too large and many will never be interested beyond, I like cartoon ponies. But that isn't why we strive to shine. We should do so because it makes us better and we want to be better than we are, because we are inspired to do it. And for those in the darkness who are looking for a light. We are large and growing, but we have lost many as well. We have all seen people leave the fandom because it isn't what it used to be. The most surprising element of this is how many of them were surprised. They saw their fandom grow, change and evolve, and apparently they hadn't expected that. Instead of remaining in the fandom and being examples of what they believed it should be, they abandoned it and moved on. Perhaps I can fault them for that, but only just a little. And I certainly cannot fault those who left simply because their interests changed, as interests often do. Plus, we have seen many whose contributions to the fandom launched new careers, and who have gone off to follow these dreams professionally. To them, we raise our glasses, thank them and wish them well. Obviously I support Kkat in most of her points, otherwise I would not be here sharing her blog with you. For those among you who know me a bit better, you can probably figure out that I cannot really subscribe to the very idealistic part in the middle about the heartwarming message of virtue and friendship. I'm a bit old cynic after all, but that doesn't mean that I cannot appreciate it. And upon reading Kkat's words, I sure agreed that it would be a beautiful thing if this could actually be true. In general, I want to compliment Kkat on her attitude. The calm reminder towards her challenger that no matter who you are and what you like, it doesn't really matter and should never be used as a way to measure the value of a person. This goes perfectly along with my own philosophy of everything is cool as long as nobody gets harmed. Also, her very generous attitude towards those who left the community is something we should all take to heart. I have heard many rather mean and salty statements about Digibro's change in career from ponies to anime. And I can imagine that similar things happen to others who dared to abandon the fandom. Seriously guys, be thankful for the contributions they made and let them move on. So far my thoughts on Kkat's blog post. What are your thoughts about it? Please leave a comment below. I'm also going to link the original blog post in the description below, so you can leave your thoughts over there as well. This is ANY Pony saying see you soon.